Like, it's actually a terrible, terrible story. So let's just quickly run through what the storyline is in like, I bet I can get this done in 5 minutes. The storyline is literally, this is get Makarov out of prison, out of the gulag. Then you're Farah, and you've got to go track some shipments. So you're doing that. Then over here, you've got to, is it stop the shipments or find out, like, it's chemical stuff? Over here, I can't even remember this mission. And I played it 3 hours ago. It says enough. Did they, like, oh yeah, this was where they stopped the launching of one missile, but two missiles still went anyway. Then over here, it was like an undercover meeting, and then at the end of the mission, those 2 missiles that you failed to stop here hit this Russian military base. And they try and frame the Farah's army thing. Do you know the character Farah? Her army, and again, that's fine. This was actually a decent mission. Then this was Makarov and his cronies. They were blowing up a plane, but blaming it on Farah and her army. The Russians were already there, even though this didn't land in Russia, but the Russians are there first. I'm collecting all the information so they can try and like frame Farah and her people. But you go there and go wipe the information and stuff like that. Not a lot happens. Then this is like, oh, 4 years ago we captured Makarov. This didn't need to be a mission, but even though it was, fine. There were loads of civilians running around. You could barely shoot your gun because you were just so conscious of having to shooting a civilian, then having to start back again, which happened multiple times, by the way, because of bullet penetration. You could shoot an enemy and it would penetrate through them into a civilian behind them. So you really had to be like, I don't think I'm going to play this on Veteran. Or whatever the hardest difficulty is, because that is going to be horrendous, that mission. Then this one is, you go and find the money person for Makarov, the finance person, whatever it is. You go around and find some information around her villa, even though, like, at the end you kind of interrogate her, and she gives up the information pretty easily, but because you say you're going to nick her money, basically. Yeah. Here you go and find Makarov's top general guy, and you airlift him out, take him away. I presume you get some information out of that. And then over here is Frozen Tundra. The information you get from this mission is that they are transporting someone in the tundra. You blow up some ice and find out a shepherd that they've managed to get a hold of. Yeah. And then you get him out is essentially the rest of that mission. This is, you've then got some information that they're planning on blowing up a dam, as in Makarov. So you stop that, you fought that plan. Is this sounding familiar? Because, you know, right here, Makarov's doing something, but you actually managed to stop it this time, I guess. This is they're finding some chemical weapons, and you're in the AC-130 and shooting down. You find the chemical stuff, and I think they either deactivate it or you blow it up, one of the two. And then here you find the hacker that, because they're trying to bomb the Eurotunnel between London and France. And you stop them, but Soap dies in the process. Yeah, and then right at the very end, you also get this where you kill Shepard. So, yeah. Like, that right there is the storyline for Modern Warfare 3. Like, I've explained it to you in moments. That is horrendous. Like, and I genuinely don't think my storytelling is any worse. Well, I think my storytelling could be better than the actual story itself. Honestly, that is horrendously disappointing. I tell you what it is. We've had the same issue with Sledgehammer Games producing Call of Duty titles. And guess what? They might, like, do you know, the beta felt good, but we'll wait and see for another week. Like, why they've released this early, this is just disappointing. Like, how they can play this and go, oh yeah, we should release this a week early. This isn't going to build hype for the game. This is going to completely ruin any hype for the game. Like, and I know it's campaign, most people play this for the multiplayer, but ultimately, do you know, if you're releasing it a week early for that early access for digital pre-orders, then you want to make it exciting and you want to make people feel convinced to buy the game, right? Going, oh, I'm missing out on the storyline. Oh, let me go play the storyline. I've heard it's really good. No, this is dreadful. Just don't release it early. Release zombies early or something. Like, do you know, like, if this is the thing, I know that's what they did for the last one, release the story early. But, do you know, if this is their, like, I'm not feeling confident, is what I'm saying. I'm really not feeling confident for Modern Warfare 3.